Greetings hobbyists, this is Artisans of Vaul. And this is probably one of the simplest but most exciting sculpting tools I've seen for Blender in a while. So maybe I'm missing something here, but I just haven't seen this being mentioned. So I'm just going to quickly show this and then we'll talk about it in more detail so you don't have to waste your time if you already know about this. I'm going to shift to the space and then we're going to select the draw sharp brush and I'm just going to do a squiggle. Sorry, I'm using my mouse, I haven't got my tablet with me at the moment. So this tool helps deal with probably one of the biggest annoyances with sculpting, and maybe it's because I'm relatively inexperienced with it. So do tell me if you think this is totally unnecessary if you're an experienced sculptor, but trying to guess what strength I want to stroke at is always a little bit tricky, and then you do something and you go, okay, I want to do a little bit more, so actually maybe I'm going to do that deeper, and then you start sculpting on top of it again, and it just looks rubbish. So if we just come back and do that swirl one more time, what if instead I could just bring something up and start changing what the stroke was? So I could go, okay, well, let's just bring it down so it's more shallow, or it's stronger and really, really indented. Or I could even go, I want to go so far to be the opposite and have it actually embossed instead of engraved. This is absolutely awesome as far as I'm concerned. Just the ability to come back in afterwards and change the strength of your stroke is absolutely fantastic. Okay, let's click OK. We can see what that comes out as. And I'm just going to undo that and we can talk about how to get this. So let's start off. Edit, Preferences, Get Extensions, type in Sculpt, and you want this Sculpt Stroke Replay. Click Install, save your preferences if you need to, and then you're ready to go. Now, let's just bring up my screencast keys and we'll talk through what we're doing. So effectively, after any stroke that you've done, let's do a different one. Let's go with a draw brush. We can draw something on and then we can press Shift Alt and R and we get this replay stroke brush. Now this gives a hint about what this is actually doing. It's not modifying the strength of the stroke that we just did, it is doing the stroke exactly again on top of what we just did. If I actually hit cancel, what you can see is as it does this, it repeats it once more on top of it. So this repeat strength is not a brush strength. I want to be really clear about that. It is doing this one more time at the strength we already did. So it was 0.5. So effectively we've done a 0.5 brush on top of a 0.5 brush at this setting. We could also bring this down. Now you'll notice if you go down to about 0, that is what it was originally like. And if you went to -1, that will get to the point where you can't actually see the stroke really. I appreciate this isn't perfect. And at that point, if you're higher than that, you start going into a negative effect. Or you can go higher than 1 to get into a much higher and positive effect. And we get this sticking out much more. If you ever click off of it, it cancels. You do need to click OK. Now, some things to note. First one, once you've done this once, you can't do it again. It comes up with this last change was not a brush, so you can't do this repeatedly. You do your stroke and then you can do this to modify it. Also, if I undo, you can't get this to the point where you undo it to your original stroke. It goes to nothing. So some things to be really aware of there. However, it does work for other types of brushes. If I bring in this rune brush, I did a video recently on how we can make brushes like this way more easily now in Blender 5.2. There's a link to that in the description. This is an anchored stroke brush, whereas my other brushes, in fact, let's just bring up a draw brush, is a spaced stroke. So if we bring up our rune brush and then drag it on like this, notice it's a bit pixelated because I could have subdivided this a bit more. It will still work with this as well. So we get repeat strength, and again, it will increase or decrease how far this is sticking out or into our object. Let's cancel that. If you cancel it, you can then still do it again. So let's just escape out of that. Also in the M panel, in tools, you've got this at the bottom. So Sculpt Stroke Replay, instead of Shift Alt and R, you can just click the button and that will work. Love it. Final thing to note on this is this only works, in fact actually let's just undo that, is that this only works on the actual mesh itself. What I mean by that is if we just come into Draw Sharp, if we were to do something like a multi-resolution modifier, and this is a shame because I love multi-resolution modifiers, and then put one level on this, then do our brush, and then replay last stroke, it comes up again with that warning that the last change was not a brush stroke. So we can't use this with the multi-resolution modifier. If that got changed and you could use it with a multi-resolution modifier, this would be absolutely godly. But regardless of those limitations, I think this is still amazingly powerful. That ability to affect your last stroke and change it in a way either extremely or very subtly is something that's incredibly handy. Let me know what you think about this. Do you think this is as cool as I do? As I say, I'm relatively inexperienced with sculpting. I generally do hard surface modelling, so maybe that's having an effect on my viewpoint on this. Let me know in the comments. Do hit that like button if you found this useful, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day, guys.